everybody. I miss you. I hope you had a great break last week and a wonderful Easter. And I've got kind of an Easter book for us today, in part because it features an egg right here. And in the story, the egg is a symbol of one boy's idea. And it's kind of a good Easter or spring story because Easter and spring, it's a time to watch things grow, right? And it's a time of new beginnings. And this story is about a boy who's really paying attention to the ideas and dreams in his mind and his heart. And he actually lets that grow. And we see what happens when you do that. Okay, so this is called What Do You Do with an Idea? And it's written by Kobi Yamada and illustrated by May Bossum. I really love the illustrations in this book. They're really, really good. Here, let me move it over for you so you can see all of it. There we go. Okay. One day, I had an idea. Where did it come from? Why is it here? I wondered, what do you do with an idea? Good question. What do you do with that? At first, I didn't think much of it. It seemed kind of strange and fragile. I didn't know what to do with it, so I just walked away from it. I acted like it didn't belong to me. So he's not paying very much attention to it. He's like, whatever, it's just an idea. But it followed me. Look at that little egg. Look at that idea following him. I worried what others would think. What would people say about my idea? What would people say about his idea? I kept it to myself. I hid it away and I didn't talk about it. I tried to act like everything was the same as it was before my idea showed up. Look at him hiding it. I think he's kind of nervous about his idea, huh? He's kind of hiding it. But there was something magical about my idea. I had to admit, I felt better and happier when it was around. Look, he's got a smile on his face. He kind of likes the idea. He doesn't want to share it, but he likes it. Do you guys notice how the idea is colored, but the rest of the illustrations are black and white? Interesting. It wanted food. It wanted to play. Actually, it wanted a lot of attention. Look at that. They're kind of playing together, huh? It grew bigger, and we became friends. Look, he's got it in his backpack, huh? So now he's kind of like he's carrying his idea around. He's thinking about it all the time. Look how beautiful those colors are, huh? I think it's because the idea is with him. I showed it to other people, even though I was afraid of what they would say. I was afraid that if people saw it, they would laugh at it. I was afraid they would think it was silly. And many of them did. They said it was no good. They said it was too weird. They said it was a waste of time and that it would never become anything. Are these people being very supportive or encouraging? Man. I think we should be supportive of each other's ideas, huh? We should be encouraging. Yeah, but they don't quite understand. And at first, I believed them. I actually thought about giving up on my idea. I almost listened to them. Look, he's kind of starting to walk away from his idea because the other people didn't like it. But then I realized, what do they know? This is my idea, I thought. No one knows it like I do, And it's okay if it's different and weird and maybe a little crazy. I decided to protect it, to care for it. I fed it good food. I worked with it. I played with it. But most of all, I gave it my attention. So he's really paying attention to this idea. He's like, those other people, they don't know. They just don't know. It's my idea. I'm going to take care of this idea. My idea grew and grew, and so did my love for it. Oh man, he's really starting to love his idea. I built it a new house, one with an open roof where it could look up at the stars, a place where it could be safe to dream. He's dreaming big dreams with his idea, huh? He's thinking of how things could be. Wow, look at those illustrations. Aren't they beautiful? Oh, this is a fun page. I liked being with my idea. It made me feel more alive, like I could do anything. It encouraged me to think big and then to think bigger. It shared its secrets with me. It showed me how to walk on my hands. Look at him walking on his hands like he's doing a handstand. Because it said, it's good to have the ability to see things differently. So look, everything's upside down in the picture, isn't it? It's like, yeah, sometimes you gotta look at things a little different, a little upside down. It helps you grow your ideas. It's good advice. I couldn't imagine my life without it. Oh, did you notice? Right here, the egg is starting to crack. Do you remember what happens to eggs? They hatch, right? Then one day, something amazing happened. My idea changed right before my eyes. It spread its wings, took flight, and burst into the sky. Look at this, look at this. That's where the egg was. See, that's the crown that the egg used to have on top of it, and it just burst into sky. Look, the picture is full of color now. Isn't that amazing? I think the egg hatched. I think the idea burst. I don't know how to describe it, but it went from being here to being everywhere. It wasn't just a part of me anymore. It was now a part of everything. Wow, look at how, remember how this house in the beginning was all black and white? Do you remember that? In the very beginning, when he first met his idea, that was the house, right? That was kind of like the castle. It's black and white. But now, look how beautiful it is. Because the idea changed the house. It changed everything. And then I realized what you do with an idea. You change the world. You change the world. Look at that. Now, oh, let me see if I can make the picture better so you can see it, because it's a really good picture. There you go. Yeah, look. Remember how the egg, the idea, used to have a crown on its head? Now he has a crown on his head. That's because he let the idea grow and he let it burst until it changed the world. The end. Look at that. So here's my thought when I read this book. It was like, you know what? Sometimes we have lots of good ideas and we don't really pay too much attention to them. We just kind of dismiss them. Or maybe we think about them a lot, but when we tell other people and they don't like them, they don't like our ideas, we're like, oh, okay, I won't do anything. But ideas are really important, and good ideas really do change the world. Here's what I want to tell you. Just because you're a kid doesn't mean that you don't have awesome ideas that can change the world. So even if they're small ideas, I just want to encourage you, guys, do them. You're Munger Mustangs. You can do anything, right? If you have a good idea, pay attention to it. Even if it's small, like maybe it's just like, you know what? I had this thought about giving my mom a hug and saying thank you for helping me with my seesaw work. Do it, right? That would make her feel great. Or maybe it's, you know what? My baby sister forgot to pick up all her toys, and I know we got to do that before dinner. So I just have this idea I'm going to help her. Do it. Or maybe it's like there's a lot of trash outside of my in my yard by my house. I just have this thought of like picking it up and instead, I don't know, making it a little pretty somehow. Do it. That's awesome. Or maybe I have this idea about talking to my grandma. You know, maybe I could talk to her. That's a great idea. Do it. Yeah, just pay attention to your really good ideas, cuz sometimes it's times like this when you're stuck at home and you everything's kind of different. This is kind of a time where good ideas start to come into your mind and your heart. So just pay attention to them. And I just want to encourage you, like, if it's a good idea that's going to make people feel good and alive and happy, and if it's going to make a good impact on things, do it. Okay? All right. So, I want you to give me a quick response. There's a paper with an egg and a crown on it, and I'd love it if you could tell me an idea that maybe you had before or an idea that you have now, okay? And you can also tell me if you did that idea, if you let the idea grow or not, if you actually acted on that idea, okay? So you can draw it, you can use that text box and write out the sentence, or you can just make a recording of yourself for me. I'd love to hear what your ideas were or what your ideas are. Okay, everybody? Have an awesome day. Pay attention to your ideas.